Okay, you guys know the rules by now. Robots paint. You guess. I give some clues along the way. And we're going to do the top 20 inventors through history for this first category. Now, they might get a little hard at first. We're starting with number 20. Before his invention, books were laboriously copied by hand. His innovation helped fuel the Renaissance and the Reformation. He was a German craftsman skilled in metalwork. His machine used movable type to mass produce written works. Hey, Medal, what's up? Good to see you. Who's this inventor? Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got it. Do you remember Mr. Gutenberg's first name, perhaps? Who knows the full name of this gentleman that invented the printing press? This was an important invention. This is all the way back in 1400. At least he was born in 1400, and he passed in 1468. So somewhere around 1450. Johannes Gutenberg. Johannes Gutenberg. So good job, Medal. You had it. His first major print project was the Gutenberg Bible, one of the most valuable books in history. Johannes Gutenberg kicks off our inventor list. Now, these jump all over the place in time, so don't let that throw you. They're more in sequential order of how important they are. Now, this next gentleman created something in the 1989 that you use every single day. We're using it right now. He was a British computer scientist working at CERN, C-E-R-N. His invention relies on HTTP, HTML, and URL. Yes, it does. It connects billions of people worldwide in an instant. What's the invention? Well, he actually invented the World Wide Web. So I guess he didn't actually invent the internet necessarily. Does anybody remember this gentleman's name? He's been on our Titans of Tech before, I think. So we visited him at least once before. Anybody know? Going once, going twice. Mr. Tim Berners-Lee. Sound familiar at all? Tim Berners-Lee. He never patented his invention, ensuring that the internet remains free for public use. There you go. Yeah, you have it. Very good. Should have been top 10. You're right. All right, next up. Speaking of the South, his most famous invention changed the agricultural industry. He led to both economic growth and increased reliance on slavery. He also promoted interchangeable parts for manufacturing. Anybody remember who this gentleman is? His machine separated seeds from a popular crop. Can you tell what that is there in that picture? He invented the cotton gin. Anybody remember who this is? Who invented the cotton gin? Who invented the cotton gin? Anybody remember? Going once. There you go. Bravo! Very good. You are correct, Mr. Eli Whitney. Born in 1765 and passed in 1825, so way back when. Though his invention was groundbreaking, Whitney made little profit due to widespread patent infringement. Next up, you'll know this next gentleman. He's a frequent guest. He was a founding father of the United States. He invented bifocal glasses and a stove. His work with electricity led to a key protective device. Shinson's in the house. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. You remember a frequent guest on Quick Bite History Live, Mr. Benjamin Franklin. He also invented the lightning rod, and he flew a kite during a storm to prove a scientific theory. Yes, this is Mr. Benjamin Franklin, born in 1706 and passed in the year 1790. So going back, Franklin actually never patented any of his inventions, believing they should benefit everyone freely. Wow, not many of those types around these days, huh? Get a picture of him. We're down to number 16 now. Now, you'll know this invention. Before his invention, long-distance communication was very slow. He was also a skilled artist. Not as good as the robots, but he's a skilled artist. His work helped lead to telegraph lines spanning continents. No, that's not it, Aishitsu. But save that answer for later. His work helped lead to telegraph lines spanning continents. He created a system using dots and dashes. Dots and dashes. He developed the telegraph and a code. And remember who this is? Oh, there you go. EWAS. You go by E or WAS or EWAS. You are correct. Samuel Morse, 1791 to 1872. The first Morse code message was sent, "What hath God wrought?" Cool message. What hath God wrought? All right. Next up, number 15. His work involves storing and generating energy. This is a little more obscure inventor. His last name is now a unit of electrical measurement. He's got that going for him. He was an Italian physicist. Not Mr. Tesla. He created a device that produced a steady current. This is the guy that actually invented the electric battery. What's his name? Kind of obscure. I wasn't sure about this one either. But once you hear his name, you go, oh, yeah. Oh, good guess, but incorrect also. Not Lord Kelvin, not Mr. Watt. Going once, going twice. This is Mr. Alessandro Volta. Volta, there you go. I now had it. Very good, you had it. The word volt comes from his name. Very good. Voltaire, I like that. He's related to Voltaire. This is Volta, not Voltaire. Now, you know this guy. He worked with Thomas Edison before becoming his rival. His inventions included high-voltage electrical coils. He promoted alternating current, AC electricity. This is the one. Hey, Stuart's in the house. What's up? Not everybody's here. Doctor, you're here as well. Thank you. Yes, this is Mr. Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla, 1856 to 1943. Tesla once claimed to have designed a death ray, though it was never built. Huh. Well, probably just as well. I don't think we needed the death ray. Hey, Ned. Good to see everybody in the house. We're doing famous inventors. We're doing a list of the top 20 famous inventors. And this is Mr. Nikola Tesla, which everybody got. Very good. We're down to number 13. So let's do number 13. Excuse me real quick there. Okay, so this gentleman improved a machine that changed industry forever. His innovation made steam power more efficient. His name is now used for a unit of power. Steam engine, unit of power. His work fueled the Industrial Revolution. This guy was pretty important. Yeah, Doctor. You are correct. He improved the steam engine, and this gentleman's name is Mr. James Watt. You are correct. 1736 to 1819. The unit, the watt, is named in his honor. His hair kind of looks like he's stuck his finger in the socket. He got a few watts. Thank you, Badal, for the full correct answer. That's appreciated. Mr. James Watt. Anyway, sorry, I had to deal with our little intruder there. Okay, who's this next guy? He had a deep interest in sound and speech. His mother and wife were both deaf. He was part of the first ever phone call. Who's this guy? No, his invention changed global communication. He invented the telephone. Yes. There you go, Doctor. Somebody had that answer earlier. They just didn't recognize it. Hadn't seen him in a while. He didn't really look the same. That's right. Mr. Alexander Graham Bell, 1847 to 1922. The first phone call message was... Anybody remember that? Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you. Mr. Watson, I want to see you. Hey, Brazil, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Come and play. Next inventor, I think you'll know this one. They were bicycle mechanics before their big achievement. They made history in North Carolina in 1903. Their success lasted only 12 seconds. It was a short success. Who knows who this is? Yeah. Nice spelling, I should too. It's the Wrong brothers. And who remembers their first names? Who's got their first names? Who knows the Wrong brothers' first names? He, of course, invented the airplane. Yes. Yes, you could have. Let's see. I don't see their first. Oh, there they are. Doctor. The doctor is truly a doctor. Wilbur Wright and Orville Wright. The first plane, the Wright Flyer. It was called the Wright Flyer. Is displayed at the Smithsonian Museum. There you go. Inventors. All right, here's a little slightly more obscure. His invention was never fully built in his lifetime. That's weird. It relied on gears, levers, and mechanical processing. He worked with Ada Lovelace on an early computer programmer. She's been on a few of our programs, Ada Lovelace. He designed a machine capable of calculations. Anybody remember who this gentleman is? He conceptualized the first mechanical computer. There you go. Who did that? What's the guy's name that did all that? He worked with Ada Lovelace. He was born all the way back in 1791, and he passed in 1871. And he conceptualized the first mechanical computer. Oh, Stewart! Stewart! Yes, indeed. This is Mr. Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage. His difference engine was built in the 20th century using his original designs. So, again, they never built it back when he was around. He just designed it. All right, next up, you'll know this gentleman, number 9 with a bullet. He held over 1,000 patents. He founded a famous research lab in Menlo Park. Who knows this one? No. He improved early sound and motion picture devices. His most famous invention helped light up the world. Yeah, very good, Stuart. Stuart's on a roll. Oh, doctor had it too. The doctor had it too. He invented the light bulb, of course. And this is Mr. Thomas Edison. Very competitive with Mr. Tesla. Tesla worked for Edison at first, right? I think so. Edison was born in 1847 and passed in 1931. And he didn't invent the light bulb first, but he made it practical for daily use. So somebody else actually invented it? Who was that? You better be on our list. Thomas Edison, there he is. Ooh, we're getting down on the list now. We're getting to the top inventors. Next up, this gentleman was an ancient Greek mathematician and inventor. He discovered principles of buoyancy and levers. His machines helped defend against Roman invaders. Well, that's good. Did it look familiar? He developed a water lifting screw, still in use today. Madao! Madao! He shouted, "Eureka!" after discovering displacement theory. Well, that's cool. Inventors still scream that today, don't they? Isn't that what you say when you discover something? Eureka! His death ray were mirrors reflecting sunlight. Yes, Archimedes is correct. Mr. Archimedes. Next up, you'll know this gentleman. He improved an important optical device. Yeah, correct. And what is Galileo's last name again? Because we always want to know that. His work got him in trouble with the Catholic Church. He championed the heliocentric model of the solar system. And of course, he improved the telescope. The doctor has it, Stewart has it, Maddow has it. And we all like to say his last name too. We don't just like the Galileo. We like to use his last name as well because it rings, it goes all together. Mr. Galileo Galilei. Galileo Galilei. 1564 to 1642. He was forced to recant his findings under house arrest. There you go. Galileo Galilei. That's him. Next up is we're down to number 6. We're getting there. This gentleman's discovery helped save millions of lives. He developed vaccines for deadly diseases. He studied bacteria and how they spread. His process makes milk and food safer. Who remembers who this is? Correct. Doctor knows about pasteurization. Alexandra Fleming. I like that. But that's wrong. This is Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur, born in 1822 and passed in 1895. Did you know that Pasteur also developed the first rabies vaccine? There you go. Pasteurization and rabies vaccine. Nice. Who's this Alexander Fleming dude? He must be good. He's not on my list, though. He's not top 5. Oh, Fleming developed penicillin. Well, that sounds important. All right. Let's see if you can get this guy. He made communication possible without wires. His work laid the foundation for modern broadcasting. He transmitted signals across the Atlantic in 1901. Who knows who this is? His technology led to radio, TV, and Wi-Fi. All right, Dr. Stewart. You guys were tied. You got it exactly the same time. Exactly the same time. He pioneered radio transmission. I don't know how to say his first name, though. How do you say it? Guglielmo Marconi. I'm not saying that right, I know. Guglielmo Marconi. He won a Nobel Prize for his wireless telegraph. Mr. Marconi. There you go. Guillermo. It's not Guillermo, though. I like Guillermo better. Let's call him Guillermo from now on. All right, this is an interesting one. Their invention lifted off in 1783. It worked using heated air. These gentlemen were French inventors. It was the first form of human flight. They, of course, invented the hot air balloon. But who are they? And why is it always brothers that invent flying things? Who knows? I don't get it. The Grimm brothers, that has to do with fairy tales. No, we don't have the right answer up there yet. Oh, that's pretty close, Meadow. That's pretty close. Montgolfier brothers, Montgolfiers. I think we have to give Meadow credit for that. You are correct. The first public flight in 1783 carried an unusual crew: a sheep, a duck, and a rooster. Okay, let's do the top three. Remember, we're doing inventors, just in case you needed a reminder. This gentleman was a German mathematician and an astronomer. There's a start. His mentor was a famous Danish astronomer, Tycho Brahe. Yeah, good job, Stuart. I didn't see that you had it. Who knows who this one is? He formulated the laws of planetary motion, shaping modern astronomy. Yeah, Doctor. Doctor. I can tell if we keep getting more people in, we're going to need a moderator. Keep those random comments out. Yes, Doctor, you are correct. This is Mr. Johannes Kepler. Johannes Kepler. His work influenced Isaac Newton, who later built upon Kepler's findings. There you go. German mathematician. That's him. We're down to the top two. Speak of the devil. This gentleman was a key figure in the scientific revolution. His famous book, Principia Mathematica, changed physics forever. A story possibly exaggerated claims that Apple helped inspire his ideas. Correct. Doctor. Madame. You all know. This gentleman also invented calculus, and that helped explain gravity. Oh, and he explained gravity. Excuse me. He didn't need the calculus for the gravity. That's right. This is Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton, way back, 1643 to 1727. Newton also dabbled in alchemy and once worked as a warden at the Royal Mint, hoping to combat counterfeiting. Oh no, he was in law enforcement. How about that? Worked at the Royal Mint. That's a bit of trivia for you. Yeah, Newton was pretty studly, but there's one that's more studly. There's one on top. He was a true Renaissance man, an artist, a scientist, and an inventor. His notebooks contain sketches of flying machines, tanks, and robots. Correct. Everybody's going to know this one. You are all correct. He designed an early concept for a helicopter centuries before they were built. And funny known fact, when I asked the robots to give me the drawing for Leonardo tonight, they gave me one with him in a helicopter outfit, flying a helicopter. Just random. AI. His famous paintings include The Last Supper and Mona Lisa. He envisioned aeronautics, anatomy, and robotics long before his time. He was a visionary. Mr. Leonardo da Vinci, 1452 to 1519. Leonardo's mirror written notebook, that's right, wrote the notebook in a mirror, were so advanced that some of his ideas weren't built until modern time. There you go. Leonardo. Number one. You're getting a good Starlink tonight. That's good. It's always better than the other way around, right? This is not the Dancing with Wolves category. That was last week. This is this week. You guys did pretty good at that, don't you think? That was pretty fun.